Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he ain't always going to come right out and say it. No, no, no. Some men are smooth, some are shy, and some are just straight up scared to admit how they feel. But one thing about attraction, it always leaves clues. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his eyes will always give him away. You see, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And no matter how hard a man tries to hide his feelings, his eyes will reveal the truth. Attraction is not just about words, it's about unspoken emotions, about the way a person reacts when they think no one is watching. If a man is into you, his eyes will linger just a little longer than necessary. And in those moments, you'll see something raw, something real, something he might not even be fully aware. There's a difference between casual eye contact and the way a man looks at a woman he's secretly drawn to. A regular glance is quick, polite, and usually forgettable. But when a man is attracted to you, his eyes will seek you out in a crowded room. He might try to play it off, looking away quickly when you catch him staring, but that's a sign in itself. Why? Because if a man isn't interested, he wouldn't care if you noticed him looking. He wouldn't feel the need to look away. But when there's attraction, when there's something deeper going on inside him, he gets nervous. That quick glance away is him trying to hide what's in his heart. Then there's the way his pupils dilate when he looks at you. Now, this isn't just romance talk, this is science. When we are excited, when we see something or someone we're interested in, it's an automatic response, something he has no control over. So if you're talking to a man and you notice his pupils are bigger than usual, pay attention. That could be his body betraying the feelings he's trying so hard to keep hidden. And let's talk about eye contact during a conversation. A man who is secretly attracted to you won't just look at you, he'll see you. His eyes will be locked on yours when you speak, as if he's absorbing every word. You might even notice that he doesn't just focus on your face, but shifts his gaze from your eyes to your lips and back again. That right there, that's a sign of attraction. He's drawn to you in a way that goes beyond casual interest. His mind is subconsciously wondering what it would be like to kiss you, to be close to you. But it's not just the deep, intense stares you should notice. It's also the fleeting glances. The way he looks at you when he thinks you aren't looking. You might be laughing at a joke, talking to someone else, or simply lost in thought, and out of nowhere, you catch him watching you. That's the kind of look that reveals everything. It's not forced, it's not planned, it's just him being captivated by you in the most natural way possible. Some men are more confident with their attraction and will hold eye contact longer, almost as if they're challenging you to see what they feel. Others will be more shy, looking at you quickly and then looking away, but doing it over and over again. Either way, the eyes tell a story. They show what words might not say. Then there's the smile. You ever notice how a man's face changes when he looks at someone he's drawn to? His eyes soften, the edges of his mouth lift slightly, and there's a warmth there that's different from how he looks at anyone else. It's almost as if he's smiling with his eyes before his lips even catch up. That's attraction. That's his emotions showing in the most subtle but powerful way. If you ever want to know what's really going on in a man's heart, stop listening to his words and start watching his eyes. They will always tell you the truth. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his body language never lies. No matter how hard he tries to conceal his feelings, his subconscious movements will expose him. The way he positions himself around you, the way he reacts when you're near, and even the small gestures he makes, these are all clues to what he truly feels. You might notice that when he talks to you, his body is always angled in your direction, even if he's speaking to someone else. This is because attraction pulls people in, whether they realize it or not. If he leans in when you talk, if he mirrors your movements without thinking, or if he finds excuses to be physically close, then chances are he feels something deeper than just casual interest. His hands will also tell a story. A man who is secretly attracted to you might fidget, touch his face, or adjust his clothes when you're around. He might run a hand through his hair, straighten his tie, or even touch his lips while you're talking. These are all subconscious ways of making himself more presentable, more appealing in your presence. And let's not forget about nervous energy. If he's usually calm but suddenly seems restless or overly animated when you're near, that's a telltale sign that you have an effect on him. He might tap his fingers, shift his weight, or even play with objects like his phone or a pen, anything to release the nervous energy you unknowingly bring out in him. And then there's the power of accidental touches. A man who is secretly attracted to you will find subtle ways to bridge the gap between personal space and closeness. He might brush against your arm, place his hand on your back to guide you through a crowd, or playfully nudge you during a conversation. These small, seemingly innocent touches are his way of testing the waters, of seeing how you react. If he's drawn to you but unsure of where he stands, he'll use touch to feel a sense of connection without making it too obvious. But it's not just about movement, it's also about stillness. Sometimes, when a man is truly captivated by someone, he stops moving altogether. He becomes more focused, more attentive. His posture straightens, his breathing slows, and he just takes in your presence. If you catch a man going still when you enter the room, that's a powerful sign. It means you have his full, undivided attention, even if he's trying to hide it. Then there's the way his energy shifts when you're around. When a man is secretly attracted to you, you will notice a difference in his mood and demeanor whenever you enter his space. He might brighten up, his tone of voice might change, or he might suddenly become more engaged in the conversation. Even if he tries to keep his feelings under wraps, his body language will betray him. It's like his whole presence wakes up when you're near. One of the biggest giveaways is the way he reacts when you interact with other men. If he's secretly attracted to you, he might tense up or shift his body slightly when another man enters the picture. He might not even realize he's doing it, but his instinct to be protective or territorial will subtly show through. It could be something as small as a change in his expression, a slight furrow of his brow, or a sudden need to insert himself into the conversation. Even if he's not ready to admit his feelings, his body will respond in a way that makes it clear he sees you as someone special. Attraction is never just about what is said, it's about what is shown. A man who feels something for you will reveal it in his posture, his movements, and his presence. His body will always tell the truth even when his words don't. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he will always find excuses to be around you. It won't always be obvious, but if you pay close attention, you'll see the patterns. He may not even realize he's doing it, but something inside him is pulling him toward you. And maybe he just so happens to be where you are, whether it's at work, in a social setting, or even online. He might not directly ask to spend time with you, but somehow he's always around. He'll show up at events he knows you're attending, join conversations you're having, or just randomly be in the same place at the same time. Some men are bold, while others are more subtle, but the effort to be near you is never accidental. Even in group settings, he will position himself in a way that keeps him close to you. He might take the seat next to you, stand within your personal space, or find reasons to engage you in conversation, even when others are around. You might also notice that he lingers. When a man has feelings for you, he doesn't rush to leave. If he's around you, he's in no hurry to go anywhere else. He'll stay behind after meetings, walk slower when you're leaving together, or wait just long enough to catch you in passing. These small but meaningful moments are his way of staying connected to you. And then there's the effort he makes to create opportunities to see you. Maybe he casually suggests grabbing coffee, asks for your opinion on something, just so he can start a conversation, or offers to help you with something he normally wouldn't be involved in. He may not openly admit that he's doing all this just to be near you, but his actions will reveal his intentions. A man who is secretly attracted to you will take any reason, no matter how small, to be where you are. Another undeniable sign of secret attraction is that he remembers the little things about you. This is where you can tell the difference between someone who is simply being polite and someone who is emotionally invested. If a man is drawn to you, he will recall details about your life, sometimes even things you don't remember telling him. He might bring up your favorite coffee order, recall a funny story you once shared, or even mention something about your childhood that you barely remember mentioning. It's not just about remembering facts, it's about the way he listens. When you talk, he's not just hearing you, he's absorbing everything. He remembers the way you feel about things, what excites you and what bothers you. If you mention that you had an important meeting coming up, he'll check in to see how it went. If you casually talked about your favorite book or movie, he might surprise you by bringing it up later. These aren't random coincidences. They're proof that he values you and pays attention to you in a way he doesn't with others. Men don't usually invest mental energy in things they don't care about. If he's remembering details about your life, it's because you matter to him. This kind of attention to detail shows that he's not just passively interested, he's emotionally engaged. It's in the small ways he makes you feel seen and understood. And finally, his energy shifts when you're near. You may not always notice it at first, but once you start paying attention, it becomes impossible to ignore. His body language, his tone of voice, and even his facial expressions change the moment you enter the room. He might become more animated, his voice might become deeper, or he might suddenly become nervous. Some men get louder and try to impress you, while others get quieter, overwhelmed by their own emotions. But no matter how they react, the shift is there. When a man is secretly drawn to you, you will affect him in ways he can't control. His energy will brighten, his demeanor will change, and his attention will naturally gravitate toward you. Whether he realizes it or not, the way he acts around you will always be different from the way he acts around everyone else. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his body language never lies. No matter how much he tries to hide his feelings, his subconscious movements will give him away. You might notice that he leans in when you talk, his body naturally turning toward you, even when he's speaking to someone else. His posture changes when you enter the room, either straightening up to appear more confident or becoming fidgety as nervous energy takes over. He might mirror your movements without realizing it, subtly reflecting your gestures, tone, or even the way you stand. This kind of synchronization is not random. It's a natural response to attraction. If you cross your arms, he might do the same. If you take a sip of your drink, he follows shortly after. It's his body's way of subconsciously connecting with you. Then there are the accidental touches. A man who is secretly drawn to you will find subtle ways to make physical contact, whether it's brushing against your hand, placing his hand on your back as he guides you through a crowd, or finding a reason to high-five or playfully nudge you. These touches may seem insignificant, but they're his way of testing the waters, seeing how you react and feeling close to you without making it too obvious. Even if he's shy or reserved, his body will still find ways to close the distance between you. A man who is secretly attracted to you will also find excuses to be around you. It may not be obvious at first, but if you pay attention, you'll notice the patterns. He might always seem to be in the same place as you, whether at work, at a social event, or even online. Maybe he coincidentally shows up at your favorite coffee shop, joins conversations you're having, or positions himself nearby whenever you're in the same room. Attraction pulls people in, even when they don't realize it. Even if he doesn't actively pursue you, he won't be able to resist putting himself in situations where he can see and interact with you. If you're in a group setting, he'll position himself close to you, whether it's sitting beside you, standing near you, or subtly moving in your direction throughout the conversation. And you might notice that he lingers. He's never in a hurry to leave when you're around, whether it's sticking around after a meeting, walking slower when leaving a place together, or making small talk just to extend the time he has with you. These are all signs that he doesn't want the moment to end. He might also create opportunities to spend time with you, suggesting casual hangouts, asking for help with something, or finding reasons to initiate a conversation. These small efforts may seem innocent, but they reveal that he actively seeks your presence. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he remembers the little things. It's one thing to remember basic facts about someone, but when a man is genuinely drawn to you, he will recall details that others overlook. He might remember your favorite coffee order, a story you once shared, or even something you mentioned offhand weeks ago. If he recalls the name of your pet, your favorite restaurant, or an important event in your life, it's because he's paying close attention. This kind of awareness isn't accidental. It's a sign that you hold a special place in his mind. It's not just about remembering facts, but about the way he listens. He's fully engaged when you speak, maintaining eye contact, nodding at the right moments, and reacting to your words with genuine interest. If you tell him about a challenge you're facing, he might check in later to see how things turned out. If you casually mention a movie you love, he might bring it up later or even suggest watching it together. These are signs that he values what you say and wants to connect with you on a deeper level. And then there's the undeniable shift in his energy when you're near. You may not notice it immediately, but once you start paying attention, it becomes clear. His whole demeanor changes the moment you walk into a room. Some men become more animated, speaking louder, cracking jokes, or trying to impress you. Others get quieter, suddenly more reserved or shy, overwhelmed by their feelings. Even if he's normally composed, your presence will affect him in some way. His breathing might change, his voice might deepen, or his movements might become more controlled. Whether he's trying to impress you or struggling to keep his emotions in check, his energy will always be different when you're around. He may not say it outright, but his actions will always reveal the truth. A man who is secretly attracted to you will show it in the way he moves, the way he stays close, the way he listens, and the way his whole energy shifts when you're near. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his eyes will always give him away. No matter how much he tries to hide it, the way he looks at you will tell you everything. His gaze will linger just a little longer than necessary. His eyes will soften when they meet yours, and he may even glance at your lips before quickly looking away. This is an unconscious reaction. His mind is already imagining what it would be like to kiss you, even if he isn't fully aware of it. Attraction is powerful, and his eyes will naturally seek you out in a room. He may try to play it cool looking away when you catch him staring, but the fact that he's looking in the first place says it all. It's not just about the prolonged eye contact, but also the way his pupils dilate when he looks at you. This is a biological response to excitement and interest, something he can't control. If you notice that his pupils appear larger when he's around you, it's a strong sign that he's feeling something more than friendship. His eyes will follow you even when you're not directly interacting. If you're in a group setting, he'll glance at you when you laugh, when you speak, or when you move. He's drawn to you in a way that is beyond his control. Even if he's trying to keep his feelings a secret, his eyes will always betray him. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he will always find excuses to be around you. Whether it's at work, social events, or even online, he'll somehow always be nearby. He might casually insert himself into conversations, choose a seat close to yours, or suddenly take interest in activities you enjoy. Even when he doesn't need to be around, he finds a way to be. It's not always obvious, but if you start to notice that he's often in the same places as you, it's not a coincidence. It's attraction pulling him in. He also lingers when you're around. A man who is interested in you will never be in a rush to leave when you're near. If you're having a conversation, he'll extend it as long as possible, even if it means bringing up small, seemingly random topics just to keep talking to you. If you're in a group, he might stick around longer than necessary, waiting for a moment to engage with you one-on-one. He might also create opportunities to spend time with you, offering to help with something, suggesting a casual hangout, or finding small ways to keep crossing paths with you. His body language will always tell the truth, even if his words do not. He may not verbally express his feelings, but his body will reveal them in ways he doesn't even realize. He leans in when he talks to you, mirroring your movements without thinking. If you take a sip of your drink, he does the same. If you cross your arms, he follows suit. This is subconscious. It's his body's way of connecting with you on a deeper level. He also finds ways to touch you even in the smallest ways. A light touch on your back when guiding you through a door, a playful nudge, or brushing against your hand. These are all ways he's testing the water, seeing how you react to his touch. Some men get nervous and avoid touch completely, but even then, you'll notice that he keeps his hands occupied, fidgeting, adjusting his clothes, or playing with small objects because he's suppressing the urge to reach out. And then there's the shift in his energy when you enter the room. His voice may change, becoming deeper or more animated. His posture straightens, or he suddenly becomes more composed. If he's with friends, he might become more talkative, subtly trying to impress you. If he's more reserved, he might get quieter, observing you from a distance. No matter his personality type, you'll always notice a change in his behavior the moment you arrive. Attraction isn't just about words, it's about presence, movement, and energy. A man who is secretly attracted to you will show it in the way he looks at you, the way he stays close, the way he listens, and the way his entire demeanor shifts when you're near. Even if he never says it out loud, his actions will always speak the truth. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his eyes will reveal the truth before his words ever do. You might catch him looking at you when he thinks you're not paying attention. His gaze lingers just a second too long, and when your eyes meet, he either quickly looks away or holds the contact for a moment, as if he's lost in you. Even in a crowded room, his eyes will always find you, drawn to you in a way he may not even fully understand. If his pupils dilate when he looks at you, it's a biological response to attraction, something he can't control. He notices small changes about you, whether it's a new hairstyle or a different shade of lipstick. He may not always comment on them, but his eyes are taking in every detail. Beyond his gaze, he will always find reasons to be near you. Even if he doesn't make direct plans with you, he somehow ends up in the same places as you, whether it's at work, a social gathering, or even online. If he learns you're attending an event, he might suddenly show interest in going too. If he has the option to sit anywhere, he chooses the seat closest to you. When you move across the room, he gravitates in your direction, even if it's subtle. If you pay attention, you'll notice that he is always around, finding any excuse to share space with you. He doesn't have to say he likes you. His presence says it for him. His body language speaks louder than words. A man who is secretly attracted to you will mirror your movements without realizing it. If you lean in during a conversation, he does the same. If you cross your legs, he follows suit. This is an unconscious sign of connection, a way his body is syncing with yours. When you talk, he leans closer, giving you his full attention. Even when he's trying to play it cool, his posture betrays him. He may straighten up when you enter the room, adjust his clothing, or run his fingers through his hair. All small ways he's subconsciously trying to impress. Physical touch is another sign he can't hide. Even if he's shy, he will find small ways to make contact. A light touch on your arm when he laughs, a brush of his hand against yours, or a casual pat on the back. These are not accidental. If he's more confident, he might guide you by lightly touching your lower back as you walk through a crowd, or he might playfully bump into you. On the other hand, if he's nervous, he might avoid touching you altogether, but you'll notice him fidgeting, playing with his hands, or adjusting his clothes, because deep down, he's restraining himself from reaching out. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he remembers the little things. He doesn't just hear your words, he absorbs them. He remembers your favorite coffee order, a book you mention in passing, or a random detail about your childhood. If you tell him about an important meeting or event, he follows up to ask how it went. If you mention a song you love, he might casually bring it up later. This isn't just about having a good memory. It's about valuing what you say and holding on to the details because you matter to him. And then there's the way his energy shifts when you're around. Some men become more animated, speaking louder, making jokes, or subtly trying to impress you. Others become quieter, suddenly more reserved, or even a little nervous. No matter his personality, there's always a noticeable change in his demeanor when you enter the room. His focus sharpens, his reactions become more tuned to you, and even his breathing might change. Whether he realizes it or not, his entire presence shifts because of you. His words may never admit it, but his actions will always tell the truth.